How punky Brewster is this? Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen. I'm the Restless Thrifter. I have allergies. So my voice sounds weird to me, and I may be clearing my throat. I'm sorry, but this is a day in the life. So that kind of stuff will be included. I'll try to cut out anything of me blowing my nose. But we're going to be working as a reseller today. These are my baby wipes. I use them for just about everything, including wiping off my hands, during my makeup, cleaning little spots off of clothes, wiping down stuffed animals. I use these for everything. And I am not sponsored per se, but I do have links to these. And these are Amazon unscented baby wipes. And I buy a big box of them. And they are truly unscented. They don't leave behind like a soapy residue. I mean, they do if you scrub real hard on something, but it dries nice and typically does not leave a watermark or anything. It can, depending on the fabric. But anyway, I've got Amazon affiliate links below for things that I use regularly. Let me know if any of them don't work, but they just stop working sometimes. If you want to check out those. So yeah, I've got some things to do. I have 2 racks behind me. By the time this airs, we'll have told you about Whatnot and my demise. Maybe this is where I'm telling you now. I'm quitting Whatnot. I did 4 shows, and it's just not profitable enough doing one piece at a time for something that I paid $2 for, you know, sometimes $5 for. I have a difficult time getting anything for less than $1, even at the bins. So it might have taken some time to grow to where I was having people shop for themselves and maybe be willing to pay $5 or more for an item. But even at selling something for $5, as I learned in my last show, I had $37 in sales and I made $4.07 after cost of goods and all the fees were taken out. So it's not going to work it's not worth my time right now. I'm gonna get a little cherry cough drop, CVS brand. So I need to be focused on core competencies, which is listing. So I need to do something with this stuff. I don't have room on my main rack over here to just put this stuff up. So I need to fold it up and put it in a bin and store it until I'm ready to list it. It is spring stuff. I have some winter stuff I want to sell, to list, and some new merchandise. And so I'm going to keep a few things out, but I'm going to pack up most of it. I was doing really good. I didn't have bins like this for a while. And then when I brought my stuff home from the store where I was selling at a rack, that all changed again. You're probably going to hear some noises from outside because I have the door open to let in some cooler air because it's whatever temperature I don't want it to be. That's the temperature of my resale room. All right, I'm not going to tell you about all these items. I'm just going to pack them up. This one's long sleeve, so I think I might keep it aside. I love these. I think these are going to sell well online. They're vintage Ralph Lauren. With these other things, I'm going to pack up. So those are my thoughts on Whatnot. It's not for me right now. I'm glad I tried it. I really am. I'm proud of myself for trying something new. I never did do posh shows. And it took me a while to get into Whatnot. But I am glad I tried it at least. That's one thing I could say about myself. is I'll try new things. Even if I'm nervous about it or scared to be live and judged and all that, I'll just do it scared. These are some cute items, but they are just everyday brands like Old Navy, Forever 21, Princess Polly, some Target brands, some Kohl's brands, things like that, you know? Things that you could have probably gotten on sale, clearance yourself. I love this one. But maybe style-wise, it'll draw you in and you'll buy it anyway. So I thought about maybe doing bundles. Oh, I can keep this aside too and get them listed. I need to wash them. I noticed they had some dust on the bottom. And then some of this stuff is, I'm so sorry, I got for free from my mother-in-law. I'm going to keep this one, but some of the stuff I'm just going to go ahead and donate, just with, you know, the knowledge that it's not going to get me much. These are so comfy. They're just not a brand that I think somebody is going to seek out online. And I think it would, you know, be better in a thrift store. It's so comfy. I mean, it's a little old lady-ish, in my opinion. But if I were a little old lady, I would totally want to wear it small. I wonder if my aunt would like this. You know what? Let me just save the size smalls for her and see if she wants them. In fact, yes, I'm going to list sooner than later. It's real cute. It's a size medium, but it's real blousey. I wonder what it would look like on me. The dogs will probably be coming in and out. They are hanging out outside. So I don't have anything else to say about whatnot. No, not really. I guess that's about it. So today, what time is it? It's probably like 10 o'clock. It is 10:05. And what I've done so far today, I actually got up a little bit later than usual. It was probably 8:30 at least, maybe close to 9, maybe already 9, I'm not sure. But I have been feeling run down. Someone in one of my comments said, you seem exhausted and down in the dumps. I was like, oh no. But I try to hide it sometimes. Exhausted, I shouldn't. I do end up getting at least 6 hours, if not 7 or 8 is where I want to be for sure. And then sometimes we get 9 or 10 hours of sleep. So I don't know. It's probably the fatigue from my autoimmune illnesses. So anyway, I got up later. I had coffee, chit-chatted with my husband and my father. We live with him, actually. He was really depressed after my mom passed, as we all were, and didn't want to be alone, which I get. And we moved in with him, and it was helping us out at the time too, because I was having a huge flare-up and basically couldn't do much at all. And we didn't know when that was going to change. You know, 6 months, it was at its absolute worst for 3 months, where I couldn't get out of bed on my own. In the morning, especially like first thing. And, it was bad. Couldn't do basic things like open up a can of anything with a can opener, without a can opener, like one of those pull tops. Couldn't do that. Couldn't lift a lot of things. Couldn't shower without sitting down. had to use a walker at one point, a wheelchair. That was really on a trip, you know, like when we were going to have to do a lot of walking. So anyhow, that worst of it is behind me, and I hope it never returns, but it could. And we didn't know how long it was going to last. 3 months of it was at the worst. There were 6 months to 9 months where it was still pretty bad until we got some medications that got it under control and everything. But one of the things that can trigger all this crap that I have rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, as it turns out, with 2 knees that need to be replaced. Yada, 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 other things too. And so, but inflammatory conditions and stress. Stress can trigger it. And before, I was working stressful jobs. More stress. Like the one I had right before Mom got sick and died was not as stressful as others. But it turned stressful when we were at the threat of being shut down, and then did get shut down, and I didn't have a job. So, you know, that can happen. But the jobs I had before that were all pretty stressful, and maybe it's the way I handle things that made them stressful. You know, maybe it wouldn't be stressful to others, but I was a product manager, a project manager, program manager. I was all these things in this time period that I'm talking about, and they were all stressful jobs. So my body doesn't handle stress well. And I know nobody needs stress. I'm not saying I'm special or anything, but I really got to reduce it. So, yeah, we moved in with him. That's helping us. I started doing this full time. I will say I'm probably still making at, or maybe even less right now than I was when I was doing this part time and holding down a full time stressful job. But my health was different then. This, I think, I already have listed, so I'm just going to leave it out. This too. I'm not paying attention. Let me go back and look a little bit. This thing I have had forever. Forever. Sometimes there is a such thing as too weird, I suppose. Okay, I think everything else is that I showed. This one is for my mother-in-law, but I don't know whether to keep it. What size is it? I think it's mediums. It's not going to fit my aunt. But these are linen, 100% linen suit. So I think I'm going to try to list it. It's really cute. It's wide leg. It's just, I think so, it could be styled so cute. If I find flaws, I'm definitely getting rid of the stuff, but you know, we all wear flawed items, right? In our own closet, but trying to convince someone to buy one, it's a little different. A little bit different. I want to go ahead and get this thing listed too. So anyway, we live here, chit-chatted with them in the morning over coffee and stuff, ate my breakfast, and got dressed, and now I am really getting started at 10 o'clock. I have like 4 things that could go out today, but I'd have to pack them up in here and use the regular printer or go disturb my husband. And I've been bugging him a lot during his work days past week, so I need to leave him alone. You know, this brand, Rabbit, I'm going to look it up real quick because I'm like, where did I get this? Why did I buy it? If I bought it. So I'm going to look in my inventory and Vendoo and see if I have this as a draft in there. No? So I must have gotten this for free from somebody. Crafted in California, size medium. I think I must have gotten it for free. I don't know. Now I'm going to look up on rabbit tank and see what comes up. Huh. Rabbit tank. Rabbit running hot. Rabbit racerback. Looks like they sell for about $10. I'm getting something, an average of $22, but it's real soft. Anyway, to donate it goes. I just had some donations picked up today. But during the show, I was thinking, why do we have this? See, here's one that sold for $19.50. Maybe it is a good. Oh, that has bunnies all over it. Now I'm curious, and I'm going to look in Poshmark. Poshmark can sometimes tell a different story. Rabbit Love All Remix Tank Women's Small listed for $30. Here's another one listed for $14, another listed for $10. So I'm guessing it's a decent, here's one listed for $45. It must be a decent brand. Yeah, $50 new with tags is what the retail is. So it must be a decent brand, but does it sell at enough to list it when I don't know what my cost of goods was? Tells me it must have been something for free. Although my memory is telling me I picked this up, but if I don't have it in my inventory, I have no proof of that. So that's $20, $10, 20, 20, 20. It's going to be simple to list. I'll hold on to it. This is something I bought for the rack. It's No Boundaries, obviously Walmart, but look how cute. And it's actually pretty good quality, like thickness wise and stuff. It's hard to show that kind of thing online, right? To show someone like, look, this No Boundaries feels great. You can tell it in words. Are they going to be paying attention to the description? Probably not. So I have 4 things that could go out today. I'll probably just pack them up tonight. The only reason I'd be in a hurry to get them out today is because, well, you know, to get them to the buyer. They're not like really due right now, but is the storm coming up? I'll give them a chance to get there, and at least give me a chance to get them in the mail, you know? So yeah, the whole South is going to have this storm. I went thrifting yesterday. I bought a whole bunch of inventory that I can be listing, photographing, and working on as long as we don't lose power. I have to drag my dress forms out in this ice, I guess I can, to get some good light. I guess most of this was not already listed. I have another rack behind me to do. Let's push this out of the way. I'm going to need to take down these racks. I got them real cheap at Target. They were on clearance. They're real lightweight. They're not going to like, they're not like sturdy like in a store kind of a thing. And they're pretty small. I was thinking they were smaller than they are. But I'm going to take them apart and store them for when I need them, because I don't have a lot of room in here. And right now it's encroaching upon my listing space photos. I got this somewhere. It is a Diane von Furstenberg wrap dress, but it is a size 0. And to me, it just looks so dingy. You know, I may donate it. I don't know. I mean, does that look cream or does that look like it's, I don't know. I'll just put it in here. Look how cute this thing is, right? Now here's some ones that I already have listed. So anything that I already had listed, like since it's been listed for a while, is it going to sell? Who knows? But I have the room to store it. I'm just going to put it in a bin and called Old Inventory 2. I've got one called Old Inventory 1. And if it sells, it sells. This is cute. I just got this for like 70 cents. It's new with tags, UMG. This was the stuff I didn't. The stuff I packed up just before this rack. The other rack was stuff that I did try to sell during the show. But this rack is stuff that I didn't. After the label, this might have sold. It's kind of a fair. I couldn't remember what brands things were or anything. I'm kind of detached from this inventory because this is cute. Let's see if my aunt wants it. It's a size small. I'm detached from this inventory because it was at the store. It like went there right away. That's so pretty. It's an Ann Taylor size medium. Maybe once the stores, the buy sell trade stores start taking spring, I could take some of this stuff there, you know, get a couple bucks for it at least, or get $8. Getting 50 cents for it at this point would be great. This little pink Forever 21. My hangers are starting to really stack up. I have a plethora of them. I should list them for sale. I have so many of these. I love the velvet hangers, but I have too many now. Oh, working on bin number 3 here. Okay. So really I haven't gotten much done resale wise today. That's what my point was. I will finish packing this up, but I'll wait to chit chat with you until later because I can put this on speed mode. I mean, this was not the smartest way to do it, but I could have gotten some zip ties that would have been better, or tape or whatever, but anyway, I had these little Velcro things, and so I used these. So now I've got to figure out a place to put them over here or out there. I'm going to go set them outside the room for the time being. And same thing with these bins. I'm just going to get them out of the room. Sometimes you get to move things out of the room before you can put things back in the room to organize. And I have so many hangers. I think I'm going to put the hangers all in one of the bins that's on the top that end up being too heavy for me. Okay, hi. So I put a bunch of hangers in one of the top racks of my still. Let's see where those red bins are. I put it in one of those to get them out of the way. So many hangers. Yeah, who hates hangers? And I really don't need them all for now. One idea that my friend gave me, and at the time I was like, oh, I don't know, but now I'm like thinking it again. Thinking it over, Janice, maybe I will make some boxes of similar sizes, not necessarily for resale per se, but just to put on Facebook Marketplace and say, come pick it up and sell it for, you know, $2 or $3 a piece. That might be a good idea. And I wish I had done that when they were still in the hangers. That's okay. It doesn't need to be done right now. It'll be better to be done in the spring when people are looking for that kind of stuff to wear too. But like put all the here I am again. Put all the smalls together, and someone who is a small can buy them to wear. You know, $20 for 10 dresses or 10 pieces might be good. Let me think. What do I want to do next? I wish I'd put these hangers in there before I put it away. And just so much crap. So much crap. I wish I could be a minimalist in all parts of my life. I'm not a minimalist in any part of my life. Okay, so at least I have now a very empty space here. Well, partially empty space where I can photograph things over here. Rachel, what do you want to say? He wants to say he's bored, but look at that mess in there. All right. I've got 3 bags of clothes I thrifted yesterday. I'm going to pull those out and we will go through them. Yeah, we'll go through them together, and I will make drafts in Vendoo, and I'll tell you what I bought and how much I listed it for. So I'll try to cut out all the boring parts in the middle. All right, I'm back. I got sidetracked. got my coffee, and then got in a conversation with my dad. So, but I also cleaned up some stuff around here. And I have one bag. I have 3 of these. One of them is not as heavy, but this one's got a lot of sweaters in it. Talbots. I found some lady's Talbots collection. She was giving away all her dresses. Now, unfortunately, the dresses I found had signs that they had been altered, and I had to put back 9 dresses. All were Talbots except for one was a new with tags Target dress that has this adorable animal print on it, but she had even had that altered and then hadn't worn it. I could see the darts on the inside, and you know, good for her for knowing exactly what she wants out of her clothes, but I have mistakenly picked up altered or custom stuff that ends up being harder to sell. Close that door. Okay, so I have this bag. I'll show you the items.
By the way, your machine beat the hell out of me last night. I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh, but it's gone now, so it didn't.
That's good. That's good. It's a good hurt. I spent $140 on these things. I'll tell you what each item was. It was their half off day, and I haven't been in a while. They're also going to start having half off the whole store every Saturday. This is Salvation Army. I don't know if all the family stores are doing that or if it's just the ones local to me. This, unfortunately, they staple everything on. And so sometimes it puts little holes that I just have to note. This is $8.99, so anything $8.99 would be $4.50 plus tax. And I count the tax inside in my cost of goods. Let's see. And I'm going to put everything in Vendoo, so I'll just create a draft. I'm going to do quick drafts right now. Sometimes I fill out all the little fields when I'm doing the drafts. Since I'm making this video and want to get photographs done today, I will do that. I have a rule that I hardly ever follow where I'm supposed to process my inventory within 24 hours after, I mean, gosh, at least 48, right? After picking it up. And I've been pretty bad at doing that. Like that rabbit tank. Did I pay for it? I don't know. Okay, so this is a Talbots. I got a lot of sweaters, and they're my size, so we may have a little try-on show too and see if I want to keep any. Talbots Woman 2X, and this one is cotton and rayon. Lay flat to dry. I really hate lay flat to dry stuff, so I won't be keeping any of this. This was from 2018. Took really good care of her items. And I can only assume that everything was from the same lady, but they were all the same size. And that would tell me that probably it is. So $8.99. What's happening here? Would be $4.87 with tax after the 50% off. So I put my cost of goods in. Lately I've been starting to do like where I got it from. Salvation Army. And then I just put a tag in Vendoo. So this is a basic, but a really nice quality basic in a plus size. And it has this, I don't know, extra part at the bottom that has pockets. Cardigan with pockets. Nice. Really nice quality. So we're going to look up, it's a longer length than it had. We'll look it up. Let's see, what are these sleeves? I looked up things when I was in the store to see, like, do short sleeve cardigans sell, because this is a long sleeve. I had found some short sleeve ones and they really don't sell as well, so I put those back. I'm actually cold and need to go turn off the fan now. Sleeve length long. Maybe they sell better in spring than winter. I don't know, but it's I already spent $140. I got enough. So something like this would have retailed for over $100 at Talbot's. At Talbot's. All right, so let's pull some comps. Let me share my screen and I'll just show you one or two of these. People get bored when I go into it in detail. There goes return. You heard something interesting. Okay, so we'll do Talbot's and we'll do 2X cardigan. And then I do like to narrow it down. It'll be a cotton blend. I'll do cotton and then I'll do rayon as well. Get it all in there. Because there's going to be what? There's like 1,100. Yeah, let's narrow it down. Some for pattern, we're going to do solid. And then fit, occasion, features. It's open and collarless, but you know, I don't want to narrow down over narrow, if that makes sense. This one is a specific color, but I don't want to get too, you know, but it doesn't have buttons. I would like to do pockets. Can I do pockets? Pockets. Pockets. Open. Actually, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do open and pockets. And then we'll go ahead and do black. That one's not open. That one isn't either. Whatever. Okay. So we're down to 46 results. So there's 46 active and there's 10 sold, 32, 39, 30, 39, 19. Okay. I just like to see kind of there. And then we'll go back one more to what's available. And then I'm going to do Talbot's cardigan, and I'm going to say pockets open. And that gives me, we'll do excellent, 10 that sold for $24 ASP, 21% sell-through rate, and then average listing is about $32.65. I'm not going to worry about the fact that this is showing me other things. This is a guide. Okay. I'm going to say 110 to 150 retail. And then listing price, I'm going to list it for $39.96. Okay. And Talbot's woman 2X black open cardigan sweater pockets. Save new item. Okay, that's the first one. I have a lot more sweaters, but where are they? I was hoping to do all this Talbot sweaters first. Now this one is a Talbot's pink. I love this color. I'd call this a boyfriend sweater just because it's the cardigan with the deep V and the buttons down the front. That is what I would call it. And this one was also $8.99. All right, I'll do one more here and then I'll stop sharing my screen. What did I say it was going to be? It's going to be $4.87. And I have to add and remove the label because that's a flaw with Vendoo that I haven't told them about. $39.96. Probably going to do the same price. We're going to say pink boyfriend cardigan sweater. Does it have pockets? It does not have pockets. And now let's go see over here if you were to look. This one, that's a boucle knit. This one right here, 139 to 169 is the regular. It's like, wow. One pink with all those things, okay. Pink linen blend. Let's see what the blend is over here. It's also cotton rayon. One available, but there's other pink cardigans available. Okay, we'll simple it down over there. I'm gonna see what we get over here. I've only got one new with tags that's sold. Interesting. Are you following me? Am I going too fast? This looks like a 3/4 sleeve. Yep. 3/4 sleeve. So we'll do 3/4 sleeve, pink, cotton blend. Oh, excuse me. Cotton rayon. Okay, we're down to 19 available. That one's very similar. This one has that, I forget what you call that striping. And then let's see what's sold. That one is kind of very similar but darker. So it looks like they don't sell for as much. Okay, good to know. Although it could also be a season thing. We're gonna say cardigan, pink button cardigan sweater. Excellent. Sold for $18, a higher sell-through rate, but a lower ASP, and the active is lower. So go paste that in. I'm going to say 150 to 180 on the retail. I'm going to do $29.96. For the pink. Oh, it's so pretty. And I'll have to remember that I have these because they'll fit me. And if I need a really nice pink cardigan sweater, I know where to find one. All right, I had to get the second bag because I think the rest of the Talbot sweaters are in here. This one is also $8.99. It is the Oprah collection Talbots, and it's this cute chevron, scoop neck, button front, and I would call this new without tags. It's got the button and the plastic attached to it. Nobody's wearing that. Okay, and nobody's definitely washing it. So, I mean, I might just say pre-owned and then note that it has the button and the tag, but this is super preppy. What's it made of? That can matter with price. Cotton rayon as well. None of the ones that are available have this chevron. There's chevron sold for $22, $30, and $39 new with tags. $23 ASP, 20% sell-through rate. I'm going to go with $29.96 for this. Actually, let me try higher because there's none listed in this size in it. So I'm going to try $34.96 and go with that. I think that's so cute, y'all. If I had an office job, I'd be keeping all these cardigans for myself. But as it is, I hardly ever wear sweaters in Texas. I'm only wearing one now because this room is not well insulated and it's getting cold outside. But if I get up and start moving around and photographing, I may not need it. This one is just like the pink, but navy. Really nice. Also new without tags. And she didn't, I'm doing this. She didn't alter any of her cardigans. These all had to be from the same lady. I hope that she went on Ozempic and lost a bunch of weight, and that she'll be getting rid of her 1Xs soon too. Lady, keep going. It looks like my gut is wrong, and this goes more for in the 20s. So I'm going to do $29.96. Or maybe I'll do $32.96 to allow for some offers. If you want any of these things, go into my closet, watch the item, like the item, heart the item, whatever it's called. Another one, $8.99. Another navy. Another 2X. Another Talbots. This one is like the black one, pockets, but it's navy. Yep, it's just like the black one, but navy. All right, based on the lower sell-through rate, the lower ASP, I'm gonna price that one at $29.96. So I could just make it easier on myself and do everything for the same price. But you see that first one was a more sought after item with it being black, going with everything. And it had the higher ASP and everything. So I would have priced everything at $39.96 and then not realize that it's not all going to sell for that. This one is a cardigan pullover. Let me see if there's any more sweater. I mean a pullover sweater. Okay, let me show you real quick. Here's what I buy for myself. It costs $6.99, half off of that, so $3.50 plus tax. And then it's a Lane Bryant 22-24, so it's a little larger than I need, but it's a long, lighter weight one. Not as good quality, and that's what I buy for myself because this isn't going to really sell for much online. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll take that for myself. We're going on a cruise soon, and I like to have a really lightweight cardigan that goes with everything because you just never know when it's going to be breezy. And then I can shove this in my bag. Machine wash, tumble dry low. That's another reason I got it for myself. Spandex rayon. right, so first we had this sweater set, and there were 2 sweater sets, and one of them was short sleeves and pink, so I put it back. Plus, it didn't have the cashmere in it that this one does. And this one has the sleeveless. They had priced the sweater set with 2 different price tags, by the way. This one had only 1 price tag on it because I don't think they noticed this in there. Nor did I notice that it has deodorant stains on it that I'll have to get off. But it's a twin set where it's got the sleeveless and then it's got the cardigan. If I can't get the deodorant off easily, then I'll probably just sell the cardigan by itself or price it as such, but sell them together. It is cotton, nylon, rayon, and cashmere. Only 8% cashmere, which of course makes it dry clean or hand wash only. So twin sets have, plus size twin sets, or the 2X at least, has a higher sell-through rate at 43%, which is good. ASP $26. The average listing price is $46. That doesn't include cashmere blend because nothing was really coming up. So I'm going to do $44.96. Maybe I'll do $49.96. I know I'm going against the ASP, but there really wasn't a lot to compare it with. I've got to get this deodorant off. I'm going to steam it for cleanliness sake. I'm not going to take it to the dry cleaners to pay for dry cleaning. I'm just not. But I will steam it, and then I will use one of these deodorant sponge erasers. It looks like this. It is this. This is what I will use. And or some tights to get that off without having to wet it, because I don't want to have to do that if I don't have to. I think it said it could be hand wash, so I could potentially just hand wash it. I think this is the last of the Talbot sweaters. It's a Talbot's 2X navy V-neck. Guys, I like a lightweight V-neck. That sweater's been awesome. Let me take a screenshot of it. It's a vintage Talbot's Santa sweater. And now I want that sweater. Y'all, this is how things happen. Okay. So navy sweater, 25 solds. I want to see just pre-owned and solid. Look at those little animals. Okay. I got it. No rabbit holes. Not even cute little bunny rabbit holes. All right, I'm going to list it for $29.96. I'll just wear polyester. Did this have a tag on it? Did I already take it off? Dang, guys, I need to start paying attention. All right, who's tired of Talbots? Let's move on to something more fun. Okay, this is Torrid, bread and butter, $6.99, so half off of that. I really like this. I did plan on trying it on. Plaid, V-neck. Sort of has a peplum. That's the only thing I may not like, is it's a little bit of a baby doll, you know, kind of a look. Really lightweight rayon. And it was $6.99. So that's $3.78. I'll list it for $24.96 and offers will be sent. All right, this one is a new with tag, sparkly number. And again, I thought maybe I'll try it on and see if I can wear it on the cruise for a nice dinner. Don't know. Oh, this cruise. Throw it over a knit dress. Look how sparkly and fun. It's Avenue is the brand. But if I don't wear it, someone else will be wanting this for some party or something. It retailed for $50. $378 is what I paid, and it's Avenue the Luxe collection, new with tags. And you narrow down by brand. Oh, there's the same one. Pre-owned for $28.99 in a different size. And low sell-through rate, $28.99. I'm gonna list mine for $29.96 and move on. And this one is $9.99. What's half off of $9.99? $5.41, I think. That's with tax. $5.41, 100% cotton. Thank you very much. We're gonna go with $34.96. I really only stuck to plus size. I never got out of the plus size section, and I was there for 3 hours. $8.99, so it was $4.87 for me. This is a Jessica Howard new with tag career dress, or could be, you know, for a dressier event, dressy dinner. It's got these cute little floral things, and it's got a half sleeve. It is a sheath dress. It's got the darts and everything. Did this? Nope. And it is fully lined. What is it made of? It feels really nice. But polyester can sometimes feel really nice. And that's one of these cases because it's got some rayon in it and spandex. So it's a new with tag. It's brown. What do you call that? It's not really tweed. $24. I'm gonna do $34.96 for this one. Another J. Jill, $9.99. That's $5.41. This one, I also want to try on. It's a women's 2X dress. It's a bit like more of a midi. It's brown, and it is cotton modal rayon spandex. Ooh, you can tumble dry. And it does have pockets. Give me a dress with pockets. $27 ASP with a $41 sell-through rate. It's pretty good. So active, it is $41. I'm going to do $39.96 on this. I usually price right under what the active average is, unless it's too far away from the ASP, which in that case it probably is. So I'll do $34.96. One more in this bag, and then I gotta go get the last bag. And this is $8.99. And this is a Lane Bryant. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be too big for me. Size 24. But I'm gonna try it on. And maybe I can wear this, and there's another one on the cruise with a cardigan. Okay, I did a quick try on, and it is too big in the top, and it's not adjustable enough, but I think I can shorten the straps in a temporary way. It'll still be too big kind of around, but I don't think that it's going to matter, and I might be able to wear like a tank underneath it. I am going to, so it's got these buttons, holes, and I think I'm going to like pin it up. Like, let's say I wanted to take 2 inches off of it, pin it, and I don't know. I'm going to try, and then I'll resell it after I'm done wearing it because I don't need to keep the dress. But it's really cute, and my intention was really just to resell, but in the back of my mind I was going, maybe I can wear it. Size 24 Lane Bryant flowy sundress. ASP is 20, sell-through rate is 11, active listing price is 32. I'm going to list mine for, again, I think mine are better, more modern, so I'm going to list mine for 32. $14.96. I'm gonna go eat lunch and we'll come back. My day in the life is kind of boring, you know? Okay, y'all. That took a lot longer. I had grilled cheese and tomato soup, and then I got dinner in the crock pot. We're having Zuppo Toscana, copycat Olive Garden recipe. I'm gonna take some vitamins. Okay. You're gonna hear the leaf blower soon because they're out there blowing leaves, cleaning out our garden beds and all that stuff. I'll be glad to have that done because none of us were going to do it. So I thought I only had one bag left, but forgot I had dumped most of another bag over here. So let's get that done. This one, I didn't look it up really, probably. It was $5.41, my price. It's a new with tags, Rachel by Rachel Roy, and it is a size 2X. It is $100 retail. Cute little flouncy ponte knit skirt, waffle, maybe not ponte, but it is like a waffle textured skirt. So great for fall and winter, and it's new with tags, 2X. This was probably a bad pickup because I'm not really seeing solds. On the list for $19.96. Moving on. Another J. Jill. It's a 2X again. Seems new without tags. It's a modal rayon dress. I'm going to try this one on as well. It was $5.41 my price. I don't think I'm going to like it. Let's see where it comes to on my knees. No, I'm not going to even try it on. $26 ASP and 15% sell-through rate. Active ASP or active listing price is $44. I'm not going to even go anywhere close to that. I'm going to do $29.96 for this next item. I think it's also a J. Jill. So my cost was $4.87, and this is J. Jill Organic Cotton 3X cardigan. You know what I'm going to say? Ooh, I should try this on. Organically grown cotton. Hand wash. Nope. Dry flat. Nope. $25 ASP with a 50% sell-through rate. $29 average listing price. I'm going to do $32.96. Okay, sorry for the noise. This one is Calvin Klein bell sleeve sheath dress. It is a sheath. Exposed gold zipper. This one's a little bit harder to get an ASP, but what I have is $22 with a low 16% sell-through rate. But there's all sorts of Calvin Klein dresses, right? And I'm going to list mine for $39.96. And I paid $5.41. That was a size 18 women, so a plus size. And I think it could be worn as a career dress or a cocktail dress. It's one of those very versatile ones. I'm going to start with $39.96. We'll see how that goes. And this is a Lane Bryant bright orange and pink floral, flowy, lightweight dress. Kind of that peasant blouse style peasant dress. Oh, so cute. And probably a short or a knee length. They're actually calling it a beach cover up. Okay. Just list this for $19.96. I know it's not going to sell for much more than that if it'll even sell for that. I'm going to do 1996. This is another Calvin Klein. It's a 20 women's, 20W, $6.99. So my cost was $3.78. All right, so it's hard to find something like this on eBay. I'm not finding anything, just looking up these keywords. I'm calling this a cocktail dress. It's a cocktail sheath dress to me. Gold. I mean, you're not wearing that to work, right? Not most people. I'm going to list it for $44.96. This is a new Attack Old Navy XXL. $3.78 I think is my cost. Let's look. Yeah, $3.78. And it's a red floral print. I'm not going to try it on. XXL is usually not big enough for me. I'd have to do a real 2X. There is a difference, but also it's too short for my liking. 97 cents. Dang. I'm going to just cut that right off. Do it the easy way. We're going to go with 1996. I bet you that one sells faster than it would indicate in the ASP, which was just so low it's not worth mentioning. This one we sold for $6.99, I think. It didn't have a tag on it either. It looks like I did get one Talbot's dress. Yeah, it's also $6.99. Okay, this one is Lori by Lori Goldstein. Logo 2XP. So that's petite. And I am going to try this one on. I am not quite petite in stature, but I am only 5'4". Like any shorter and I would be considered petite. So I'll try this one on. It's really soft, rayon spandex. Machine wash, tumble dry. Hallelujah. So, because this could be another one to wear on the cruise. But then I will sell it afterward because I don't wear dresses. Why do I think I want to wear a dress on the cruise? Set of pants? I don't know, just to look cuter. Logo. Floral dress. It's got pockets. I'm going to list mine for, those are on sale for $20. So I'm going to list mine for $24.96. Depending after I wear it and wash it, if it doesn't seem like it's in excellent condition anymore, but still very good, I will lower it to $19.96. And I paid $3.78 for that one. And then this one is back to the Talbot lady stuff, but it was $3.78. It was the only dress I can find that she hadn't altered. So maybe it was a different person. Because she, on her other ones, had altered the darts and the bust, the bust darts. She had brought it in a little. Yeah, and this one's fine. And she had also brought it in on the sides. Maybe she did it when she lost weight, who knows? And it was cheaper to get it done than buy all new clothes. Talbot's Woman's Petites, probably a totally different person. 18W. Yeah, this is not even the same size. I'm going to list it for $29.96. And then this one is a Hot Topic. Same price, $3.78 my price. Little black skirt. Looks kind of like a kilt. I would say this is kind of punk, kind of, you could do goth, punk, schoolgirl. If this were plaid, it'd be even better, but this is a size 2X, and no, I am not trying this one on. Yeah, size 2X, Hot Topic, pleated skirt. Really none like it listed, which is a good thing. And then solds, only one, but it's kind of a sailor skirt. Yeah, I'm gonna do $24.96 because there's just no solds or listed to really go by here. Thinking mini skirts are not a big seller right now, and that could be overpricing it. Could be. But I think it will sell for an offer. Over $20 is my guess. Okay, let me go get the last bag. $4.87 my price, my cost for this universal thread size 16 jumpsuit. Cute color, wide leg or straight leg, a straight wide leg, both. It's just not a flare. Buttons down, belts at the waist. I really like this color. And I've sold a universal thread jumpsuit before. This feels like a linen blend. 50% linen. Here's a brand new one, same size for $30. So somewhere between $18 and $30, $24.96. That's what we're doing. Here's the other dress that I'm going to try. It cost me $4.87. And it's Lane Bryant, size 24 again. And it's pretty much the same style as the other one, I guess. Just a very different colorway. So I'll do the same thing. Oh, this one has adjustable straps. But it's that fit and flare. And I really like the colors on this even better. So I'm going to go to that other listing and just clone it. This is something I'm going to try on. They might be too tight. $5.41 was my cost. Isn't that pretty? Pretty colors. Okay, so this is definitely for myself. I mean, I will list it and sell it if they don't fit. But if they do fit, I'm not going to even sell it after I wear it if I like it. Because I like them that much. I'm just going to do $19.96. Since they are new with tags. Now, after I wear them, I'll probably drop that because these just don't have a big presence online, but those are so pretty. Those are so pretty. Look at this, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's new with tags. I didn't know it was new with tags. Size 22, $99.95. And look at this. Look at this rainbow overall. Denim overall shorts with rainbow straps. I would feel so Punky Brewster in this. Gosh, I wouldn't wear it because I don't wear shorts. But how Punky Brewster is this? I love it. And Pride. And it's new with tags and I didn't even know it. And I paid $8.99. I mean, I didn't. I paid $4.87. I'm going to do $49.95 because no one else has them in this size there. Let me check Poshmark. Okay, there's one pair that sold for $77 on Poshmark, and there's none listed in this size. So I am going to go with $49.96. Well, this was the very first thing I found, and it is not quite plus size. $3.78 is what I paid, but it's vintage, 100% silk Evan Pacone, and it's a size 12. But it's this cute dress, so soft. It looks like it's hand dyed or something to me. I don't know. It just looks special. And then it had this sort of weird wrap thing. I got to figure out more about this. But this is going to be, let's do $39.96. This was my second pickup actually. On the way to go pick up the plus size. And if you guys watch my other channel where I do the kind of like the thrift along, the POV video, this is a size 5'6". It's a vintage Betsy and Adam blazer. Anyway, I showed how I had my Tide pen with me and I was using it to see if I could get the gunk off the sleeve. I won't tell you what it looks like. We'll just say it was ranch dip. Look at those beautiful buttons. This is so cool. I love it. I'm going to use Witchy, Whimsy Goth. This just looks like a classy Bewitched cocktail jacket. I'm going to do $29.96 because I need to be done with this. And it was $5.41. Last item. Oh gosh, gotta get to photographing. It's almost 3 o'clock. This one had no brand. I also was worried it had no size because there was a one covered in stars, but I finally did find the size in there, and I think it's like an 18 or something. What does it say? This is a fairy dress, if I ever saw one. Believe it or not, this one was only $241. Wait, no, $278, $370, whatever. $4.99, $270 for me. I think it's a size 18. It's in there somewhere, and I think I'm gonna list it for $69.96. So that's kind of a day in the life / haul. I'm gonna go check on my soup, and then photograph some stuff. Pants and men's shirts, anything that I would do on that flat lay board over there. Maybe some sport coats because I really have been putting that off and there's a lot to do. So I'm going to do those things, and I don't have another phone to video myself while I'm photographing, but if you want to see that and how I do it, you can go watch one of my other day in the life videos. There's a playlist of them. There's maybe 3 or 4, maybe more, but I think that's about it. And you can see how I do that and how I list. I go into some detail there and then I do a fast forward. So I'd recommend watching that to see how I do that part. I don't think I've done a day in the life that included some what's the word I'm looking for? Comping?